Hey everyone, this is Juna with Detour Shirts. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to build this t-shirt right here. Let's go. Welcome to this video, everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build this t-shirt right here, bring on the sunshine. I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can do this. But before we start, for those that are new to the channel, my name is Juna. I'm a t-shirt designer, graphic designer. I sell t-shirts online, and my channel is all about helping you design and sell t-shirts online. So if that's something you like to do, make sure to subscribe, click that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and click that notification bell to be notified of new videos that I come up with. I try to add at least 3 a week, sometimes more. So this is what we're going to do today. Before we start, don't forget to stay to the very end as well. I'll have another edition of trend credits. All right, so let's get into this. This t-shirt can be done a couple of ways. It can be done the easy way, or it can be done the hard way. And I'm going to show you the easy way first, and that is with a third-party site called All Sunsets. And so I'm going to show you how that works. That sunset, All Sunsets, is providing the graphics in this one right here. And all we have to do after that is add the text. So it's going to be really simple. I'll show you how All Sunsets work and show you what the website I'm talking about. Let's go to the internet. So here we are on the site. It's called All Sunsets, allsunsets.com. You can see here what they have. Let me just scroll down. And this is the price they have right now. Regularly it's $47, I guess, and right now it's $27 for the whole year. So you get a whole year for $27, which comes out to about $2, a little over $2 a month. So hopefully you make at least one sale, and that one sale on Merch by Amazon or wherever. You can use this on any of the sites, but if you make one sale, that will pay for your subscription every month. One sale a month will pay for it. So anyway, I have a link in the description, in my description, for All Sunsets. You can click on that. Go here. They have tons of graphics. I'll click on the graphics here. You can see here they're getting ready for Halloween, so you can use these for Halloween. Just a bunch. So you can see 43 pages worth of it. So I'm not going to do that. Luckily, they have a search here. I don't have to go through all 43 pages. What I'm looking for is a palm tree. So you can just type in palm tree and hit search, and you can see here there's still a bunch of results here. I'm looking, you could use that and that, but this is the one that we want. So I'm going to add that to my basket. So you just go here and download. I'm going to download this. You can see it's free because I'm already signed up. Once you're signed up and pay, none of these cost any money. So you just click the download and download it. And I'm going to open it up in Affinity Photo, which is a lot like Photoshop. If you have Photoshop, then you can follow along there. It's going to be very similar. But I'm not going to use Affinity Designer on this one. I'm going to use Affinity Photo because this is a PNG. It's not a vector. So that's very important. All right, here I've opened up the artwork from All Sunsets. You can see here with the palm trees, the one that we picked. I am in Affinity Photo. It looks very similar to Affinity Designer, but it's more like Photoshop. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put another layer here. You can see it's the background layer. You can do this in Photoshop as well. Unlock that, add another layer. This layer is going to be black. I have black here already chosen. I'm going to take the paint bucket, and there's some quick keys for that, but that's the easiest way. And you can see there's a background, and I can turn that off and on just so you can see, but that I want to put my design on a black t-shirt, so that's just going to simulate what it would look like on a black t-shirt. Of course, you don't want to save it with the black outline. That's just for you to visualize what it is. I'm going to turn it on and off in this here. So now that I have this background, the first thing I want to do is I don't want this color palm trees. I want to knock it out and have the background of the t-shirt doing the palm trees. So I'm going to click this magic wand tool, or it says flood select tool. I know it as the magic wand. Click on the palm trees here. It's going to select all the same color, and you can just hit delete, and you can see I'm selecting Command D to get rid of those marching ants or the dotted lines, and you can see now it's knocked out, right? So that's first step. Second step, all we want to do is start typing. Now this is already the same size that we need for Merch by Amazon, so we don't have to worry about the size. Let's type in, well, you can't really see it here, but I'm going to type in bring on the sunshine. So I'm going to type in sunshine. Let's make sure I'm using white here. So let's bring that to white. And in Photoshop, you can just grab the edges and make the text as big as you want. And that's kind of how it works in Affinity Designer as well. So let's say sunshine. I got to type the whole word here. And let's use the font that I used here. It's more of a cursive font. I saved it in mine. It's called Lullabies here. And all I need to do is size it down. Boom, boom. You see, I'm using this as the guides, the end here. And I'm just moving it up, making sure that it fits. And that is it for that one. I think I said bring on the right here. So we just type in the, and then bring on, I'm going to move this up. I'm holding down Option and Shift, dragging, that copies it. And I bring on, so we want to use a different font here. I used the Foreign rough one. So you can see right there. Bring on here. And I can make this the same size too. You know, like that. Bring on, and I can move this down, just to do it. And that was it. See how fast that was? And of course, when you export it here, go to export as a PNG. It's already the right size, and you're done. That's how fast it is with the all sunsets. You bring in the graphic, maybe take out the palm tree, type in some text. I think I did that in, what, less than 5 minutes, 2 minutes? So that's, of course, the easy way. Let me show you how I would do this in Affinity Designer if I would build my own vintage sunset and then add the text. So I'm going to open this up in Affinity Designer, or I'm going to open up Affinity Designer, and let's start from scratch. Okay, so now we're in Affinity Designer, a little different program. And so you can see here I have the places where I can make shapes and things like that. So I've shown this application on my channel before. So now we're going to try and build this. I just brought this in for reference so you can see what it would take to build it. So this is what we downloaded off of All Sunsets. You know, really quick, really easy. Let's see how long it takes to actually build that on our own. It doesn't take as long as you might think, but it's definitely not as quick as if you downloaded it. So first of all, what we need is these right here. There's 5 of those. Those are rounded rectangles, right? Luckily, in Affinity Designer, we have this rounded rectangle tool. I'm just going to draw it like this. Make sure I have the right height. I'm just going to use this as a guide. You can do this however you want. If you're going to build your own, you're going to eyeball it. You're not going to try and make it that same size. But you can see it's not as round as here. So if you want it rounder, you can go up here to the percentage and just build that like that, see? So now it's rounder. You can kind of make it a little longer. So now you need 5 of them. So what you can do is hold down Option, Shift, and then drag. Okay, Option, Shift, drag, Option, Shift, drag, and Option, Shift, drag. Now I have 5 of them. To make them evenly spaced, I would just space them out, grab all of them here, and there's a tool here in Affinity Designer called Align Horizontally, and you can distribute as well. So align vertically, distribute vertically, or space vertically, and it will do that, just like that. I know it's not exact. We can space it out more. Let's try that instead. You can do this multiple times. If you don't like how that space, do it again, and it'll automatically. Oh, that doesn't look right. It should have done it. Let's try it again. Click all. There we go. All right. So then the next thing we need to do is to make this kind of a half circle thing. There's a couple of ways you could do it. One way that you can do it is just to have a circle, right? You're drawing a perfect circle. Hold down Shift when you use the circle tool right here, the ellipse tool, and that will be a perfect circle. And that circle can go above here. I like to make sure that the edge is right there. You can see that it's just a little over half. So just a little over half right here. And then what you need to do is you need to knock out a rectangle from it. So what you want to do is take that rectangle and put it above the circle, and then select both of them, and then use this tool right here. It's called the subtract tool, and boom, there's that. And then of course you need to color them. So go into the color and just pick red, pick your own colors. If you don't have this color, you can go in and choose orange. I like to use CMYK. It's really easy for me to pick the right colors. Yellow is just yellow in the CMYK, so you can do that. It's probably not as a bright yellow, it's more of a muted yellow. Probably a little bit of magenta there. And so on. If you have the colors already and you picked it from the internet, you could use this eyedropper tool and just pick the color like that. So pick what you want, eyedrop it, it selects that color right here, and then just select it. So we're pretty good, we're pretty close to what it is. The next thing you would have to do though is draw palm trees. So luckily, in one of my videos, I'll put a link up there, I show you how to actually draw palm trees. We're not going to draw them from scratch here. I'm just going to pull in one that I drew earlier in one of my videos. Here it is. I teach you exactly how to draw this. Now this takes some time to do, so just think of that, how long it takes to do that. But you can see the palm tree that I made is not exactly the same palm tree as this palm tree, and you can turn it and rotate it, right, with now that it's all grouped together. So I'm going to move it around here. There's 3 of them, so I'm going to, when I put that in the right spot, I'm going to, make sure you group that. So group, I'm going to hold down Option, Shift, and drag. Option, Shift, and drag. So now I have 3 of them. So I'm going to make this one flip to one side. You can see how it is down there. And I'm going to make it smaller, like this. And you can move these things around, right? And then I'm going to make this one smaller as well. Switch it like that, rotate it. Just kind of get it to fit. It doesn't have to be exact. The last thing here is there's also another one of these circles on the bottom here. So let's just copy this one that we have here. Option, Shift, drag. It's a different color. Boom. All right. So let's make sure that it's down like that. It's kind of halfway up, maybe a little longer, not exact science. You can make it however you want. But you notice that it stops on this one, it kind of just stops at the end here. So what do we have to do? We're going to have to cut it again with my rectangle. So make sure the rectangle is above, select both, hit subtract, boom. So now these trees kind of have to get into this circle here. So what I would do is take my white arrow here, double click on it, and just move these so that it fits here. And you can kind of adjust its vector. So grab, double click, and make sure that the tree trunk is on the bottom here. And you can move these things, you can do it however you want right there. So that's that, but remember we also knocked it out. So we knocked out all of these. So what you're gonna have to do is, let's put a black background just like how we did on the first one. I'm gonna put that in the back, right? Okay, so you can see I kind of messed up here. This one's not, when you go really close here, I'm gonna make sure it matches. There we go. And there, so let's make sure this whole thing, I'm gonna ungroup it and I'm gonna combine all of this. So add, so now that's one solid piece, right? Unlock, add one solid piece, this one too, ungroup, one solid piece. And in fact, I want all these 3 and this circle to be one piece. So I'm going to add it. So now you can see this whole thing is one solid piece, okay? And so what we want to do is we want to knock this out, just like how we knocked the rectangle out of the circle. We want to knock out these palm trees from these shapes here. So I'm going to need it done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So we already have one. So let's copy. That's Command C, copy, and Command V is paste. And you can see over here, I already did one. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see right here on my right, there's 6 of them. I'm going to select the top one and remove it from this. So again, subtract. You'll be really good at the subtract tool after this. Select this and hit subtract. Select this one and hit subtract. Select this one and hit subtract. Whoops, don't forget to pick the palm trees. Select this and hit subtract. And last one, this one, and hit subtract. So you can see now I don't have any palm trees on the right here. And the way we can tell if we've done it right is if we change the background color, the tree should be the same color as the background. Yes, it is. See that? So the last thing we want to do here is the text. And the text is just as easy as it is in Photoshop, or I mean Affinity Photo. Type in sunshine, make sure that is white, and also make sure it's in the front so we can see it. So sunshine. I'm still using the same font here, Lullabies. Remember we used the Lullabies font for the word the right there. And oops. And I'm going to copy, drag, bring on. Remember this one is not the same font. It is one of my favorites. It is called the Foragin. I don't know how you say it, but that's what it's spelled. It's spelled like Foragin rough. So bring on right here, and we can make this as big as possible. Boom. And there you go. That's how we make our design. So you can see that took a little longer. In fact, would have took longer because I would have had to make those trees, but because I had those trees already handy from my other video, then that took just a little bit longer, or a little shorter than it would have. So it all depends on what you want to do. If you're pretty good, you think you're pretty good at making this, and don't mind spending 10 minutes to half an hour or an hour, however long it would take you to do this, then go this route. But if you want to save time and you're not really sure on how to build this in Affinity Designer, even though I just showed you how to do it, and you want to save some time because the all sunsets, remember that was super fast, maybe 2-3 minutes, and you can start cranking out more and more designs that way. It all depends on you. So if you do want that all sunsets, again, there's a link in my description. That is it for this video, guys. Hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if these are the kinds of things that you like to do, and if you didn't understand anything, I can elaborate more in the comments if you have any questions on it. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to grow it and trying to help you out and bring some value to you. Let me know what you like to see in my videos. I'm really interested. I just started. I only have about 60 videos right now, trying to get more and more. So let me know in the comments as well what kind of videos that you would like to see. So, and that is it. Oh, and don't forget, we still have some trend credits. So here's my trend credit for today. This is in Merchant Former, again, using the competition checker. Again, if you don't have Merchant Former, there's a link in my description. I can save you 20% on this. This is just one of the things that they do on Merchant Former. You get the graphics, I'll have to do a video at some point on all the things that Merchant Former does, but you can go to their site and see it. But here's just competition checker. Team Oxford, comma, it's getting an A, which means it's good. You can see here, this is some of the people, or some of the ideas. Team Oxford, comma. It's really funny. I think you could also do team shirts. So if you don't want to do just Team Oxford, comma, think of other team things that are funny, like maybe Team Bride or Team, whatever, Gamer, whatever funny team name you could come up with, that could be really done really well, as I think as well. So thanks for making it to the very end of this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, keep creating and keep learning, guys. Till the next one. Bye.